boom, boom, boom. All right, folks. Let's play some Jeopardy. And then there were three. Welcome to the final, Scott, Liz, Tom. Very quick buzzer fingers on all of you. This is going to be an all-star matchup. All right. You all know the rules of how to buzz in. There is a new game code on the buzzer for this one. If you want to log in, it's 1T7Q. 1T as in Tom, 7Q. Why don't you go ahead and test your buzzer once you're on there. Make sure I can see you. There's Tom. There's Scott. There's Liz. All right. So, like in the last round, in the semifinal round that got you into the finals here, you got a single Jeopardy round, double Jeopardy round, and a final Jeopardy round. There's one daily double on the board in the single round, 2 in the double Jeopardy round. I did a random coin toss, random number generator thing to determine who goes first, and Liz won. So Liz is going to start with control of the board. Any other questions before we get started?
Luck, everybody. Thanks, Paul.
Due to overwhelming popular demand, we will forego the singing of our national anthem. All right. Let me run through the categories here in this championship single Jeopardy round. Federal agencies, I give you acronyms. You tell me which federal agency they are. New York Times, all clues about the New York Times. Hawaiian Islands, Greek letters, and royal families. Okay, Liz, you've got control of the board first to start. Where shall we go?
I'm going to go with federal agencies for 500.
For 500, NHTSA. Scott.
National Highway Transit Safety Administration.
Yes, correct. You got it out there. That was a tough one.
All right.
What's your next guy?
Oh, I don't believe it started at 500. So federal agencies for 100, please.
All right. FDA. Tom.
What is Food and Drug Administration?
That is correct.
Damn, you have fast fingers, people.
200, same category.
Same category. For 200, HUD. Tom.
What is Housing and Urban Development?
That is correct.
Federal agencies for 3.
For 300, GAO. Liz.
What is the Government Accounting Office?
That is correct. Accounting or accountability?
400, please, for federal agencies.
DOS. Tom.
What is Department of State?
Correct. All right. You guys ate up that category. Where to next, Tom?
Let's do New York Times for 1.
For 100. In 1896, Adolph Oakes, the publisher of the Chattanooga Times, gained a controlling interest of the New York Times and also coined this slogan for the paper, which still appears there today. Tom.
What is all the news that's fit to print?
That is correct.
New York Times for 2.
For 200, the New York Times has 3 newsrooms, larger offices than the very many bureaus. Newsrooms are located in Manhattan, New York, Hong Kong, and this European city. Scott.
What is London?
London is correct.
Let's go with New York Times for 300.
For 3, the font Cheltenham is used for this portions of the paper and also for U.S. Congress bills and resolution names and numbers. It's used for the headlines. Headlines, Cheltenham.
400 in New York Times, please.
Henry Jarvis Davis founded the paper in 1851, but was also a politician and is even often referred to as the godfather of this party. I could hear you all calculating whether to guess. It was indeed the Republican Party.
Obviously. 500.
5. The paper started this digital tactic in 2011 to deal with declining paper sales. Scott.
What is a paywall?
Ball is correct. All right, very close game. 2 categories dead.
Good one. Man, I don't like any of these. For royal families 400.
Royal families for 100. Ibn Saud was the founder of this state and its first king. Scott.
What is Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia is correct, Scott.
All right, let's go with royal families for 200.
4-2. Nations in the Commonwealth of Nations were all formerly ruled by this empire. Scott.
What is the British Empire?
That is correct.
Royal families for 300.
For 3 is the daily double. Hit the first daily double. All right, interesting point in the game here. 1,500. Everyone's within striking distance with the money that's on the board. What are you going to do?
I'll risk 500.
500. All right. And here is your clue. King Carl Gustaf is the ruler of this monarchy, though the role is mainly ceremonial. 5 seconds.
What is Finland?
Oh, you guessed the wrong one. What is Sweden? Sweden is the king of Sweden. That's all right. It only cost you 500. You're at 1,000 and lots of clues to go.
All right. Let's go to Greek letters for 100.
For 100. High blood pressure and glaucoma can be treated with metoprolol, one of this blocker class of drugs. Tom.
What is a beta blocker?
Beta blocker is correct. You probably get the category now.
Can we do royal families for 4?
For 4. The king of this state is third cousin to Queen Elizabeth II. It's a king of Spain. It's Elizabeth's third cousin.
There was a king of Spain.
Let's go back to Greek letters for 2.
For 200, several times in each show, all 6 Thunderbirds flying 18 inches apart team up in this formation named for a Greek letter. Those are the Thunderbirds in Delta formation. Tom?
Hawaiian Islands for 1.
For 100, this is the largest of the Hawaiian Islands. Tom?
What is the Big Island or Hawaii?
Hawaii is correct. Both were acceptable.
Hawaiian Islands for 2.
For 2. This island, the most populated, is nicknamed the Gathering Place. Tom?
What is Oahu?
Oahu is the most populated. That's correct.
Hawaiian Islands for 3.
For 300, eyes forward. Hawaii is the only state to have a statewide unified this. Only state to have a statewide unified school system. There's just one school system in Hawaii. Tom?
Hawaiian Islands for 4.
For 400. This European tried to kidnap and ransom the king and was in turn killed on Valentine's Day in 1779. Tom Silverstein.
Who is Cook?
Yes, Captain Cook, one of the great days in human history. He was killed. Tom?
Hawaiian Islands for 5.
The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor commenced about 1 hour before this was delivered to DC. Liz.
What is the declaration of war?
Yes, Declaration of War or the 14-part message.
Royal families for 5.
For 500, this religious leader is not a king, but is the absolute elective leader of this state. Liz.
What is Vatican City?
Yes, the Pope, Vatican City, correct.
No. Greek letters for 3.
Charlton Heston played a survivor of an apocalyptic war in this 1971 thriller. Scott.
Apocalypse Now?
No, sorry. Liz or Tom? What is Omega Man? Absolutely horrible movie. Liz, you got control of the board.
Greek letters for 400, please.
For 4. This triple star system is the brightest celestial object in a certain horsey constellation. Alpha Centauri. What is Alpha Centauri? Horsey was your clue there. And the last clue in Single Jeopardy, found in the blood serum, they contain the antibodies of the immune system. They're gamma globulins. Gamma globulins.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you all thinking about it. All right. Well, we finished up Single Jeopardy here. We've got Tom at 1,600, Liz at 1,300, Scott at 700. We're going to move to Double Jeopardy. And Scott, you'll go first in Double Jeopardy. Remember, there are 2 daily doubles on the board. Let me pull it up, and then I'll walk you through the categories. First, let me enter your scores. Scott with 700. Liz with 1,300. Tom with 1,600. Yes. All right. Categories. Rhyme time. Each answer will be 2 words that will rhyme with each other. Dialects. The most populous country. I'll give you 3 countries. You tell me which is the most populous. Twitter, and a little wine with dinner. Scott, you go first in Double Jeopardy. Where to?
Let's go with rhyme time for 100.
Rhyme time for 100. A wealthy sorceress. Scott.
What is a rich witch?
Rich witch is correct.
All right, let's stay in rhyme for 200.
For 200, a yearly instruction book. Tom.
What is an annual manual?
Annual manual is correct.
Most populous country for 1.
Okay. Remember, I had 3 countries, and you tell me the most populous. Peru, Pakistan, Poland. Tom.
What is Pakistan?
Pakistan is correct.
Most populous for 2.
Iran, Indonesia, Italy. Tom.
What is Indonesia?
Correct.
Most populous for 3.
France, Germany, Spain. Scott.
What is Germany?
Germany is correct.
Let's get Tom out of there, that category. Let's go back to rhyme time.
For 3?
For 300, yes, please.
An imposter cobra. Tom.
What is a fake snake?
Fake snake is correct.
Back to most populous for 4.
For 400 is the daily double. All right, so we're at an interesting point in the game here, as always. 24, 13, 11. Tom, you could put it out of reach with a gutsy bet, but it is, of course, your call. What are you doing?
I'm going to make it a true daily double.
Making it a true daily double. This is called going for it, folks. Let us see the clue. Austria, Australia, Argentina.
What is Argentina?
Argentina is correct. You doubled up, and that brings you. Oh, clicker's not working. That brings you to just under 5,000. Tom, you've got a big lead. Where are we going next?
Finish the category for 5.
For 500, Barbados, Belgium, Belize. Scott.
What is Belgium?
That is correct.
All right, let's go back to rhyme time for 400.
For 400, a seemingly evil reverend. What is a sinister minister?
All right, let's finish it off 500.
For 5, a stupid elk. What is an obtuse moose?
Mm.
All right, Scott, where are we going next? Yes, I did write all of these clues.
Yeah, that was a good one. I couldn't figure out what the stupid synonym around with moose was. Dialects for 100.
All right. In 1976, this country standardized its language, basing it primarily on the Peloponnesian dialect. Tom.
What is Greece?
Greece. Correct, Tom.
Dialects for 2.
Half of the people of Afghanistan speak Dari, a dialect of this Iranian language. Tom.
What is Farsi?
Farsi is correct, Tom.
Dialects for 3.
For 300, Llanito is a dialect that combines Andalusian Spanish and British English in this British overseas territory. Tom.
What is Gibraltar?
Gibraltar is correct.
Dialects for 4.
For 400, Rio Platense is a dialect of Spanish found in a small geographic area that includes these 2 South American capitals. Tom.
What are Montevideo and Buenos Aires?
That is correct.
Dialects for 5.
For 500 and finishing the category, Angevin is a dialect of this language. Liz.
What is French?
French is correct. Got control of the board back.
Twitter for 100.
For 100, he is the CEO of Twitter Inc. Scott.
Who is Jack?
Who is Jack Dorsey? Yes, correct.
Twitter for 200.
Twitter was originally designed to be used by SMS text message, specifically by sending an SMS to this short code. Oh, we've got no OG Twitter users among us. 40404 was the short code. What is 40404? Scott?
Twitter for 300.
We'd like to thank you in 140 characters or less, and we just did, Twitter staff wrote, in thanks to this Texas conference in 2007, which launched Twitter into common usage. Tom.
What is South by Southwest?
South by Southwest, yes.
Twitter for 4.
This location holds the record for the farthest away from San Francisco that a tweet has been sent. Scott.
What is the International Space Station?
That is correct.
Let's go with Twitter for 500.
For 5, Twitter allows other web services to integrate with their product using an open API, an acronym for this. What is an application programming interface? API. We've got 1 category left. I love wine. I'm very offended that it's the last category to go. But where are we starting?
100.
All right. In the world of wine, this word refers to the year the grapes were harvested. Tom.
What is vintage?
Vintage is correct.
Wine for 2.
For 2. You might enjoy a glass of this Sicilian fortified wine while cooking up the veal dish of the same name. Tom.
What is Marsala?
Marsala is correct.
Wine for 3.
For 300, Chablais and Beaujolais come from this major wine growing region in France. Oh, both come from Burgundy. Burgundy.
Wine for 4.
For 400. In the US, Johannesburg often appears on bottles of this white wine adopted from Germany. Tom.
What is Riesling?
Riesling is correct. And the final clue, and if you were paying attention, you'll know that this is a daily double. And Tom, with control of the board, you get it. You've got a commanding 6,800. Closest is 2,100 to you. What are you going to wager here?
I will wager $100.
$100. All right. Let's get your clue here. Fume Blanc was a term coined by this California vintner to play up the smoky flavors of his Sauvignon Blanc?
Who is Robert Mondavi?
Robert Mondavi is correct. So you add another $100. That puts you at 6,900. As we move into Final Jeopardy, a commanding lead, but you know, I've seen some things in my day. As a reminder of how Final Jeopardy works, I'm gonna in a second show you a category, the Final Jeopardy category. You'll then make your wagers. Based on those wagers, we'll then give you the clue. Get 30 seconds plus the music to then private chat me what the answer is. After that, we'll come back and do the math. Let me just actually make sure I have your scores correctly. And it was going into Final Jeopardy. Tom has 6,900. Scott, 2,100. Liz, 1,800. All right, let's see the Final Jeopardy clue category, rather. It is publishing. Publishing. Make your wagers based on the category publishing. While you do that, I'm going to do one little thing here.
Well, Tom, let's make it interesting.
I'm sorry, I can't
Come on,
oblige.
Tom.
All right.
Wouldn't it be dope to break 100,000?
Or looking for majors.
We would all really think well of you if you bet a lot.
I love the talk. I love the talk. All right. I think I have all of your wagers in. If you all are ready, it is time to see the clue. In 1927, the publishers of the Modern Library widened its scope and took this name, meant as a joke about how it would select titles. Remember to private chat the answer. You have 30 seconds. It starts now. All right, in 1927, the publishers of the Modern Library widened its scope and took this name, meant as a joke about how it would select titles. So let's go to the scoreboard. We'll start with Liz. Liz, you came into final with 1,800. You guessed what is Random House. That is the correct answer. Your wager, 500, brings your total today to 2,300. Now go to Scott. Scott came into Final Jeopardy with 2,100. Your guess was, what is Random House? The correct response.
Oh, nice.
Total to 4,200. And we'll go to our front runner, Tom. Tom has been in the lead for most of every single game that he's played in. He came into final with 6,900. His answer, what is Random House? Is correct. His wager, $420, bringing $1,320. Tom, you are the winner of the entire Jeopardy tournament. Congratulations. Anything you'd like to say to your adoring fans watching you on YouTube? I think there are over 3 people watching.
I'd like to dedicate this victory to the Homes Guarantee team. The people who inspire my competitive spirit, Max Scherzer, Russell Westbrook.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Tom, you're going to get an email about your prize that you win as the champion, and of course, a trophy that you can bring to next year's tournament. Liz and Scott, really amazing play throughout the tournament, making it to the finals. Congratulations to all three of you. Of course, you'll also get consolation prizes. Thanks to everyone who participated in the tournament. This was a
Thank
ton.
you, Mo. It was so
Thank you.
fun.
It's the most excitement I've had in a year.
Yeah. All right.